Hey yo, what's goody, all my beautiful people out there in the tube of the U? It's your boy J Nut over here at Hookah, and today I got a brand new discussion for all of you. I basically wanted to talk about the Alien Bowl. Now the reason being is because Hookah John recently released a video talking about a new Alien Bowl coming out, and that's kind of exciting for me because my favorite bowl of all time is going to be the Alien Bowl. Now, to my understanding, there has been three versions of the Alien Bowl that have been released and another one that's in production. So that makes a total of 4 Alien Bowls, but one that hasn't hit production thus far. Now, I believe it originated in 1993. This is just going off of Hookah John videos in the past. He's talked about it. He's referenced the year 1993 when talking about the original Alien Bowl. So that's what I'm going off of. I wasn't smoking back in 93, so I can't tell you from experience. But I encountered my experience with Alien Bowls approximately 3 years ago. And I basically saw a review on Jake's channel. Hookah Rev. Oh my god, I totally forgot because it's been so long since he's reviewed. But I saw a video on Hookah Rev and he was talking about the Alien Bowl, talking about how great it was, so I figured, let me go get it. Now, when I first started smoking, I started smoking before 3 years ago, but when I first started smoking, obviously I didn't have the opportunities that I have now, so it was hard to come by a hefty amount of tobacco to smoke. So I was always looking to save on tobacco. So what would give me the best bang for my buck? What could I get? What kind of bowl could I get to where I wouldn't have to use so much tobacco and prolong my supply of it? So Alien Bowl was the answer. So I received it about 3 years ago. And when I started smoking out of it, immediately I noticed that it smoked amazingly. Number one, it just performed awesome. So I love that about it. And I was saving tons and tons and tons of tobacco. Now, I've always been a 1 round of Coles type of guy. When I first started, I do more than 1 round, but I noticed in that second session or that second round of Coles that the flavors would 90% of the time, most of the flavors would just die out, and I didn't enjoy that second round of Coles, so I stick to 1 round. Now, I know that's weird. You're like, well, if you're trying to save on your supply, why wouldn't you just get the most out of it? Well, I understand that, but at the same time, I want to have a great experience while smoking. I'd rather, waste the little bit of a bowl after 1 round of Coles and have a whole new fresh experience than to smoke on something that's only going to be good for a few minutes on the second round. Now, that's with most modern tobaccos. You can get a longer session with Tangiers, of course, because that's what that was designed for. It's designed to last. Now, why was the Alien Bowl created? I believe the Alien Bowl was created for that reason, to save on tobacco. So it just made sense. I believe there was also a run of Tangiers mini bowls that was hard to come by, right? I think I remember the Pico Bowl was a bowl that was very popular, but it was just really hard to acquire. They would go like that. So that's another reason why the Alien Bowl came out. It was supposed to be good for Tangiers and perform similar to that. So that brings me to the Generation 2. Now these aren't official titles. I'm just going by the way they came out. So the first one that came out, I'm going to call it a Generation 1. So we're done with that. Now we're moving on to the Generation 2 Alien Bowl, which is the one I got, which is the one that is perfect. Best bowl ever. Here it is right here. Like I said, I got this about 3 years ago. I still have the unboxing video on my channel. You can go watch it. Maybe I'll put up like an iCard or something right here to take you to it. It's not a specific review. It's just an unboxing. So there's that. But this bowl is just awesome. It's not too shallow. It's like the perfect amount of depth in there. The spire was perfect. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, and it's just a beautiful looking bowl. It was a little bit more vibrant in color when I first got it, but that's just going to happen over times of use. So it still looks great. It still performs awesome. Still my favorite bowl to this day. So that's the Generation 2. Alien Bowl was designed to really only go one round of coals when you're smoking modern tobacco. Now, if you, like I said, if you're smoking Tangiers, you can probably go multiple rounds, but for the most part, I'm just gonna call it a one round of coals bowl. It wasn't made for the Cloud Lotus for all you heat management device users, but that does fit on here and it does work well, which is pretty cool. Maybe the Lotus was designed to fit, you know, certain bowls when it came out, but this was not specifically designed to fit the Cloud Lotus. Now that takes us to Generation 3, which this is the only Alien bowl that I own, so I can't show you, you know, any of the other bowls that I'm going to be talking about. But the Generation 3 was a limited release. They tried to make some improvements on the Alien Bowl, which really didn't need improvements, but I heard that there was a cry out for the old Alien Bowls and people wanted that. So Hookah John and his crafter, pottery guy or girl, I'm not sure, went back to the lab and tried to make an Alien Bowl that was suitable to, or more in line with the specs of the first Alien Bowl, the Gen 1. Now, this was deemed the Phalian Bowl because it just was way too shallow. The spire was really big on it. It was a lot bigger than this. I know in Hookah John videos, he said that he felt it was a little bit too big, but people wanted it, so, you know, he decided to make it. Now, it just didn't work. I believe he said, and it's the end of October right now, so I believe he said there's maybe about 100 left in production. Like I said, it was a limited release. A lot of people call this the Alien Mini Bowl too, so if you ever hear anyone refer to the Alien Mini Bowl, this is probably what they're talking about. But there is a few left, so if you want to try to get your hands on it, it is available out there circulating in retailers, so it might be titled the Alien Mini Bowl, the Alien Gen 3, not quite sure, but the way you'll be able to tell is it's going to have a bigger spire than this, okay? It's considerably noticeable. So now that brings us to the Gen 4 Alien Bowl, which should be released, according to Hookah John, in about a month from now, so I'll just call it December 2016. It should be out before the new year. So what's different in it? Basically, it still has the wide spire, but it's not as shallow as the Phalian. So I know they talked about the diameter of it. They might expand it out a little bit more. And if you want to see a more in-depth review on the new Alien Bowl that's coming, you can head on over to Hookah John's channel. He does, it's his latest video. I'll try to put a link in the description below so you can check it out. But basically, it's a little bit deeper. It's the Phalian, but it's deeper. And it might have a wider diameter. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm just taking bits and pieces from what I saw, hearsay, and all that. I don't know what to think about it, because personally, this was the perfect bowl. I hope he continues to make this bowl, because if I ever break this one, I'm going to need one just like it, which I'm very careful with my bowls. I'm very careful with this one in particular. I'm not throwing it around. I wash it, you know, very gently and handle it very carefully because I don't want it to break, and it shouldn't break on me. It's a very quality product. If I'm not rough with it, it should hold up just fine. But I'm not sure how I feel about the Gen 4, the next Alien Bowl coming out. I think he said it might call it Gen X Alien Bowl, the Generation X. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I don't know. I feel like if it's not broke, then don't fix it. I know a lot of people are asking for that, you know, similar to the very first Alien Bowl model, but I think they got it right in this one, in the Generation 2 one. It's just perfect. It's the perfect pull. It holds the perfect amount. I'm a one-round coal guy. I don't smoke much Tangiers, but if I did, like, this is it right here. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm curious to see. So it's probably something that I will try to acquire, at least smoke out of at one of the tobacco hookah shows coming up, and kind of compare and contrast and make my final thoughts. But I just wanted to have a brief video and conversation and discussion with you all about the evolution of the Alien Bowls. It's my favorite bowl of all time as far as the Generation 2, so I'm curious to see what this next one's going to bring. If you've ever smoked out of any Alien Bowl, leave it in the comments below and let me know what your experience is, possibly what changes you would like to see, or what changes, or not changes, but what things you don't want to see go away. Are you excited or intrigued with the new spire being bigger than this? Do you want it to stay the same? How do you feel about the depth and the shallowness of the bowl? what are your thoughts? So I'm just curious to hear, maybe, you know, if Hookah John checks this video out, he'll see some of the comments and he'll be able to take some advice from a whole different, you know, audience. You know, I have a little different viewing base than he does. I'm sure we have a few common people that watch both of our stuff, but I want him to know from my fan base and my viewership what you guys think of it. So definitely leave it in the comments below. I'll definitely interact and throw my 2 cents in there on your comments. And yeah, it should be a good discussion. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button on this if you like. Feel free to share it all over social media. And I will holler at you all on the next review. I do have a review recorded. I just need to edit it. So I will get that edited very soon, hopefully over this weekend, and it'll be up for you no later than next week. So I'm going to take a couple hits and I'm going to be out. I wanted to smoke out of the alien bowl on this video, but it was going to be hard to be able to talk about it and hold it in hand while smoking out of it. Yeah, so anyhow, I'll see you all on the next one. Deuces.